Hello and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to take you through the process of appealing against Facebook jail. And it's something which I didn't think you could actually do. I've been in jail before for like a day, then 3 days, and it felt like 3 years. But I've just seen you can actually appeal it, but it's not actually going to solve my problem, I don't think. Anyway, I shouldn't have reacted, but I was still anyway. You'll see what I've posted in response to this in a moment. But this, all I can say is, because you can't really say about the worldwide situation without it getting picked up by the algorithm. So we'll just say this person is a denier, and they posted on the BBC Northwest page about how if borders were closed, I've shown both edits of their comment there. If borders were closed, it wouldn't make any difference. Lockdowns and restrictions won't stop any new waves. It's here and it's what they will do. It's just common sense. People need to say enough is enough. They need to stop being snowflakes. So yeah, a complete denier about the health situation that we find ourselves in. And that I can't begin to describe just how ridiculous someone like that is. So I know certain things you can't say on social media, so avoid those. So I responded with, "You have all the brains, Karen." So I was being sarcastic. I didn't use any swear words because that was a really bad idea. And so, yeah, so I said, "You have all the brains." And Karen, if you look up, like it must be in the Urban Dictionary, it's just it just gets across how few brains certain people have. So obviously she then complained about it, and then I found out that I was in Facebook jail for 24 hours. We confirmed that your comment didn't follow the community standards. But you then get an option to appeal against it. Well, actually you don't, because it then says we've looked at it. It says we haven't got enough staff to deal with it at the moment, so tough luck. But then I come to this. It's amazing. You see certain things through the app on the mobile, and certain things through looking at it on a PC, and they're both different. You get a different experience between the app and the mobile, and you can see certain things on one and not on the other, and vice versa. Anyway, if you disagree, I've never seen this before. If you disagree with Facebook's decision, you can appeal to the Oversight Board using this reference ID, and it's there. The board chooses certain Facebook decisions to review, focusing on those that are the most challenging and globally relevant. Well, this won't be globally relevant, will it? You have until the 7th of April 2021 to appeal. The date today is March 23rd. So that's like 2 weeks and a day, I think. So that's the reference ID. Learn about the Oversight Board and how to appeal. So we click on that. And it takes us through to this page, and one thing it did ask me to do, which I've logged in already, which was just to log in with your Facebook account. You can log in with your Instagram account, so if you're hip with the Insta, you can do stuff like that. But I just logged in with Facebook because that's what the problem is about. The submission response, the process will require you to answer a series of questions and provide written responses. God, sounds like a bloody exam. The Oversight Board selects cases to review, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, global significance. Well, everyone around the globe has problems with Facebook jail. I just know someone who's just come out after 30 days. Good God. Selected cases will be deliberated and decided within 90 days of Facebook's original decision. So I've only got a 24-hour block, so I'm not going to get this resolved before that's over. Due to volume, this board will select only a small number of cases for in-depth reviews. Let's see what happens anyway. To find your reference ID, well, anyway, that's the reference ID from my thing, my report. Reference ID confirmed for your post from 23rd of March 2021. You can preview the post in the support message that Facebook sent you. I've already seen that. Here's the information you submit on the website will be considered. So the information you submit will be used to consider your appeal, may be referenced in the written explanation of the board's final decision, will not be used by Facebook to take action on your content or account unless the board selects your case for review. So it's just, it's going to be a complete waste of time, but let's see what happens. Data with special... I've not gone through this, so I'm just going through this, off the cuff as I go through it with you. Data with special protections. As you answer questions as part of your appeal, you may choose to provide data with special protections about yourself. You are not required to provide that information. What sort of information? Like my sexual preference and what pronouns I like to go by? Oh, God. Anyway, I agree to let Facebook continue. Facebook process data with special protections. Blah, 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 blah. I understand I can withdraw consent by going to my case status and deleting information. Continue. Talk amongst yourselves. Reason for appealing. Your answers throughout this process will help the board decide if it should select your case for an in-depth review. If your case is selected, the board will also use your answers in its deliberation. Why are you appealing this decision? I want to get my content back on Facebook, or I think my post follows community standards. I believe it's important that people see what I posted. Not really. I want to understand why my content was removed. I want to remove a restriction on my account. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to explain or apologize. I don't agree with Facebook's community standards. And feedback to Facebook, they won't give a toss. I want to remove a restriction on my account. So let's go next step. So we have Facebook's community standards. Facebook reviewed your content and found it didn't follow the community standards on the words you can see there. I'm not going to repeat them for the algorithm. But so being slightly sarcastic and using the name Karen is that, apparently. These standards were most recently updated in January 2021. When the Oversight Board reviews cases, it uses the most recent updated version of the standards, which are shown here. Well, I'm not going to go through all that. You'd be here all day. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's pretty obvious, you would think, what those two things are, not slight sarcasm. Anyway. Well, how did Facebook get the decision wrong? It is not. I mean, what else can I put? It's just an absolute joke. It really is. As one of my friends said, this is bloody millennials just doing what they do. Next step. No point in me asking them to remove the restriction because it'll be gone within 24 hours. What was your reason for posting it? Did you think that Facebook misunderstood your reason? And so I just typed in, it was reply to a denier who thinks we are not in a yeah. Does this content involve important social issues? For example, if you think it's important that people are able to see this kind of content that you posted, I don't think they'd give too much of a toss. Or if a decision in your favour could benefit lots of people, use this space to explain. Yes, lots of people are getting locked up in Facebook jail for no reason whatsoever. What languages were used in your content? English. No, that's it. What countries is this content relevant to? Well, you could say all of them. Is there all of them? There's no all options, so I'm in the UK, so let's just put that down. What keywords best describe your content? Oh God. Health, I guess. Manipulated media. No, it's just really a health thing, I think. Provide a summary for your submission. Summarize in 5 to 10 words the most important details of your case. For example, this protest video should be allowed under freedom of speech, or those rules should not apply to cartoons. So I've typed in, I have not typed anything wrong. Is there anything else you think that the board should know? If so, use this place to explain. Nothing that they'll care about, quite frankly. Next step. What can be shared with you about the public? So, what can be shared about you with the public? The board will produce a written explanation of its final decision, which will be available for the public to read. This may contain information about you and your content. Blah, blah, blah. The explanation may draw interest from the public and members of the press who may attempt to contact you. I doubt it very much. On this page, you will make some decisions about what kind of information about you can be shared and in that written explanation. Identifying details. The information provided to this board may include details that could easily identify you. Choosing no or yes will not have an impact on whether your case is selected for the independent review board. Do you give permission for the board to share details that could easily identify you in its explanation? No, I don't want to. Choosing no means that if your case is selected, the written explanation will not include the following: your first name or surname, the town you live in, other details that could easily identify you. We also take steps to remove more general details about you that could help readers guess your identity. So, what was it? Yes. Choosing yes means your case is selected. If your case is selected, it may include all those details. We'll put no. I don't want my details on there. It's not necessary. Data with special protections. What were special protections? Data with special protections is information about your origins, political opinions, religious or philosophical belief, trade union membership. Yeah, lots of things that just don't have any bearing on this whatsoever. If you submit an appeal or provide the board with further context about an appeal and your content, you will be asked whether you give permission to let Facebook process data with special protections you choose to provide about yourself. You can withdraw this consent later. So, what does it matter what my as I was saying before, my preferences are or anything like that? Yeah, but we don't need any of that. Yeah, let's skip all that. It just sounds like rubbish. Okay, so let's go to continue. Preview your appeal. How did Facebook get the decision wrong? It is not that. Why did you post this content? It was a reply to a denier who thinks we're not in a... Does this content involve important social issues? Lots of people are getting locked up in Facebook jail for no reason whatsoever. It's English, UK. It's to do with health. I've not typed anything wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Everything we've got there. Please review your answers and ensure they are accurate and make any necessary changes. Once your appeal has been submitted, you'll be unable to make changes to your written answers. Thank you for your submission. To view the status of your case, visit Case Status. If the board selects this case for an in-depth review, an update will be posted in the Case Status, and whether or not they decide to uphold or reverse the decision as well. So, yeah, I mean, it says I won't receive any email communication about it. I mean, if I go to the page, then it's just got, the information there that I've put in. So I think I'll just keep a copy of the link to that page, see if anything does happen. If anything does happen, I will make another video about it. Let me know what you think about this video. It just seems a bit of a waste of time, quite frankly, because they can take up to 3 months, even if they do look at it, which they may not do, probably won't, and my situation will be resolved within 24 hours anyway. So that's that. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. In the meantime, please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already. My brain's gone. Click on the little bell for all the notifications, and cue Genesis.